Follow us on Instagram at Express Truth Show.
You see them London drill artists, yeah? There's a lot of politics over there. There's a lot of politics there. Bare politics. I was watching a video before we got on here, yeah? About West London, some drillers down there. Digga D is a part of one of them. It's called CGM. That's Digga D's thing.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they'll say if we're right or wrong. Then you got the other side, whoever their up block is or whatever, and these men are just warring. There's a brother called Lou Gavels. This Lou Gavels brother, I was watching him. He had a video where he was discussing. He must have got shot 8 times. Now allegedly, that is the reason Digga D is why he got locked up. Because
you mean Dig That?
Sorry, yeah, I'm saying Digga D. Dig That, sorry. Dig That somehow, some way is involved with that. That's what the feds seem to think. So my man, that is there's bare documentary, like man are making documentaries and it's mad. YouTube's crazy. You go on YouTube, a man's breaking down like, yo, this man, that man. It's just bare politics, Steve. And I'm telling you the truth, you know. I'm gonna say it like I say it about any of these other situations. That man just need to leave them zones, man, and leave line them small-minded pettiness, because it don't lead to nowhere. But every action has a reaction. Simple. Every single action has a reaction.
Has an equal and opposite reaction.
Because apparently that Dig That was the one who was prodded in that thing. Again, I'm not from London. I don't know about London politics. But apparently Dig That.
Well, Mark,
Go to.
Well, sorry, one thing I was going to say was, I hear what you're saying about the moving, but sometimes it's easier said than done. And I'm not saying that they can't move, because like you heard there with Digga D, his thing was in Lincoln, so he's not directly in London like that. But you have to remember, like, when you're in the UK, particularly when you're in the music scene and those genres of music, you have to go London, G. And if you've got beefs to such a serious extent, then London is a very small place.
You'd have to go London, but the thing about the UK is this, Stephen. The UK, it's not like Chicago where a FBG duck, they've gone for him in like, that would be similar to a man going to a man at a mailbox in Brom. That is not going to happen. Any man who does that, you may as well just go into the Fed station and say, rude boy.
I'll be honest, I hear it. I agree. It's ridiculous, but nowadays I wouldn't say no one's going to.
Nah, they're not doing that, fam. No man's going into central London to do. This ain't no like organized crime. It's just like opportunist. It's opportunist, like, yo, my man's gonna be there. It's opportunist. No, these guys, I'm telling you, and all they're doing is making it harder for themselves. Because I'm telling you the truth, I feel like the Digga D arrest is to get him out the way. I feel like it's that. I'm telling you the truth. Based on what, again, we don't live in London. We don't know London politics. This is solely based off of the kind of stuff that I be watching. You know, you watch on YouTube, you go down the rabbit hole. So I'm just watching. You see what I mean? The man's are breaking it down. This man and I'm saying, damn, this is what's going on down there. So yeah, they can keep, as long as they do that on the council estates, it will continue. But if they bring any of that to any of them uptown London, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And the beefs, a lot of the beefs are silly, but even with the watch, a man's robbed the watch. Then a man's vexed that his watch got robbed, and then it's all things like that, chain reaction stuff. It's all chain reaction stuff. Sad, really. Sad, but that is what drill music is. Because the seed of drill music is Chicago. And Chicago, that's exactly what it's like. See what I mean? Exactly what it's like. So we like if you look at the Chicago drill scene, and then you look at like historically the killings that have taken place. Bodies drop in Chicago every day, every single day. Any of the bodies that are like in the the blocks, the hoods, as the Americans would call it. Mans get away with it all day. The second they took it to a mainstream populated area, they caught every single man involved. Every single man who was involved, they caught. Now, the reason why they've done that is because the next man who thinks about it, they want it to be like, yo, I'll do it, but I'm not going to do it down there. The famous line in The Wire, one of my favorite lines in The Wire, and happens to be one of the most favorite quotes of The Wire, is when Stringer comes in and tells one of Avon's soldiers to go and kill like a politician. And my man says, are you mad? You go and do some stuff like that. And these are men from Baltimore where it's just, that's what they've been born doing. So I'm telling you right now, them man there, it's all lower city, council estate. They don't mind if them man shoot all day. They don't care. But if them man ever try and bring that drill stuff into like places where people are paying mad money to live and shops are paying mad money for rent, they'll make big examples of them, man. Again, just like I said with the helicopter thing, they made big examples. They made sure, look how fast that went down. Boom, caught every man who was there. Caught every man who was even just there and said, rude boy, hold that. 30 odd years, 20 odd years, horrible numbers. But that was done. So the next, if anything like that went down again, a man thinks twice, yo, you're mad. I'm not going to do that. You're crazy. And the last man who done that, he never seen road again. And that's how they do it. So with Digga, I think they've got Digga to get him out the way. They've got him to say like, yo, get him out the way. But it's just mad. But for me, I'll always tell a brother move. The only reason why I know that, because certain places are just not. A lot of these men have small minds. I'm going to say it as it is. A lot of these men's minds are small. It don't leave the area. Their mind don't leave the area. So once you kind of remove yourself from that area, you're out the way. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to, if you try and go back there, a man might catch you slipping, but outside of that, once you leave the area, you're away from certain energy. You're away from a certain mindset. Because there's a lot of men that are doing these drills, and it's happening all over England. It's sad, really.
Correct.
Sad.